call today's meeting, July 1st, 2022 organizational meeting to order. Tom Chapa,
Here.
David Crisafulli, here. Pamela Dowd,
Here.
Lisa Glidden,
Here.
James McKenzie, Sean Onmek, Heidi Sweeney.
Here.
If you would all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next on the agenda is appointment of temporary chairman, that Karen K. Canale, myself, be appointed temporary chairman. Could I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Next on the agenda, I would like to welcome Timothy Crisafulli from Crisafulli and Gorman Attorneys to administer the oath to the superintendent, new board members, and he will also administer the oath to the president and vice president. So if I could have Dr. Kelvin and Mr. Crisafulli go to the front for your oath of office, please.
Raise your hand and repeat after me. I, Dr. Mathis A. Kelvin III, do solemnly swear
I, Dr. Mathis Kelvin III, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability
that I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability
the duties of the position of Superintendent of School to which I am now assigned.
the duties of Superintendent of Schools to which I am now assigned.
Congratulations.
Next, if I could have David Crisafulli.
I can't help it. So before I start, you should know that David is my brother. We are two of 5 children, and David was my mother's favorite. And we know this because she would tell us. And when she did, all we did was nod because we knew she was right, and he really is the best of us. And I'm just so proud, David. He started out working for the school district more than 40 years ago, scraping the worst of all filth from the bottom of desks, and you rose through very hard work, very early mornings, great talent and great kindness. I'm proud of you, and I'm honored to do this today.
Very good.
Now that you're weak, please raise your hand and repeat after me. I, David M. Crisafulli, do solemnly swear
I, David M. Crisafulli, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability
and I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability
the duties of the position of Board of Education member,
the duties of the position of Board of Education member,
to which I am now assigned.
to which I am now assigned.
Next, if I could have Dr. Lisa, please.
Heidi's not off the hook either. Because Heidi and I went to high school together. Dr. Heidi Sweeney. Wow. When I learned I would get to swear you in, of course I Googled, and what a career so far. Teacher, Certificate of Advanced Studies, Administrator, high school principal at our school.
At our school.
And then over in the district office as administrator. And unless you have completely changed since we went to high school together, then I know you to be brilliant, and I know you to have a good heart. And it's an honor to swear you in.
Thank you. It's an honor to have you here.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Dr. Heidi Sweeney, do solemnly swear
I, Dr. Heidi Sweeney, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability
and that I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my abilities
the duties of the position of Board of Education member,
the duties of the position of Board of Education member,
to which I am now assigned.
to which I am now assigned.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You have one thing to sign.
Next on the agenda is the election of president. Would there be any nominations today for president of the Board of Education for the 2022-23 school year?
I nominate Lisa Glidden for president.
Any other nominations for president? If I could have a motion, just one moment, please. If I could have a motion to elect Lisa Glidden to the position of president of the Board of Education for the 22-23 school year.
I make the motion.
Okay. Second?
I'll second.
At this time, I will do a roll call, please. Tom Chapa,
Yes.
Dave Crisafulli,
Yes.
Pamela Dowd,
Yes.
Lisa Glidden.
I think I should abstain.
You can vote.
Heidi Sweeney.
Yes.
Resolution has passed. Lisa, if I could have you go to the screen also to get your oath of office.
Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Dr. Lisa Glidden,
I, Dr. Lisa Glidden,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability
and I will faithfully discharge to the best of my ability
the duties of the position of Board of Education President,
the duties of the position of Board of Education President,
to which I am now assigned.
to which I am now assigned.
Congratulations.
Lisa, if you would like to take the seat next to the superintendent, or... Thank you. That's right. Next is the election of vice president for the Board of Education for the school year of 2022-23. Would there be any nominations for vice president?
Nominate Tom Chiappa.
Any other nominations? Could I have a motion for Tom Chapa to be named vice president of the 22-23 school year?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second.
I will also do a roll call. Tom Chapa,
Yes.
Dave Crisafulli,
Yes.
Pamela Dowd,
Yes.
Lisa Glidden,
Yes.
Jim McKenzie, absent. Sean Amek, absent. Heidi Sweeney.
Yes.
Resolution has passed. Tom Chapa is now Vice President of the Board of Education for the school year 22-23. And Tom, if I could have you go up to the screen for your oath, please.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Tom Chapa, do solemnly swear
I, Tom Chapa, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
that I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability
that I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability
the duties of the position of Board of Education Vice President,
the duties of the position of Board of Education Vice President,
to which I am now assigned.
to which I am now assigned.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Crisafulli, for performing the oaths for us today.
Truly an honor.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to turn the board meeting back over to the President of the Board of Education. If I could have a motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Lisa, would you like me to read the agenda like usual, or would you like to read the agenda? Okay, okay. Next on the agenda is the recommended actions of the board meeting. I'm going to read 1 through 14, and then the last 3, I believe it is, I will do separately. So item 1, let me just get there, is employees' eligibility for retirement benefits. Independent auditor, appointment of the school year for 22-23. Appointments of the 22-23 school year. Approval of all city school district policies. Purchasing policy. Annual review for the school year 22-23. Amendment of tax rolls, school year 22-23. Investment of funds, school year 22-23. Certification of payroll. Contract health services provided to private schools and other school districts, authorization to sign. 10, health services provided to private schools within the school district, authorization to sign. Section 504, Committee on Special Education and Committee on Preschool Special Education recommendations. Impartial hearing officer. Petty cash funds, authorization for school year 22-23. And 14, disposal of surplus obsolete equipment, materials, and vehicles, approval for the 22-23 school year. If I could have a motion for items 1 through 14.
Make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next on the agenda is the Board of Education 22-23 committee appointments. There are 4 committees. There is policy, facility, audit, and visitation. Is there any committees that the board members would like to sit on?
I'd like to be on facilities.
Facility?
And I'd like to stay on facilities, remain there.
Anybody else?
I'll do same policy and audit for the school year.
Policy and audit.
How many, do we have
I have 2 on each except for visitation.
Okay, so I would like to stay on policy. We have space on visitation? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay, I can
There's-
be on visitation.
We also have space on facilities and audit.
Okay, so Jim McKenzie said he wanted to be on either policy or facilities, so, okay.
Facilities? Jim?
And
So I have one
did
more.
Sean?
I think Sean said.
He said he'd sit on any policy or any committee. So put him on audit?
If visitations during the school day, he may have, yes, he may have conflicts, like I would have conflicts, so probably safe to put him to audit for now.
Okay.
then
And
check with-
if we put him on audit, then that just leaves 2 spots on visitation.
I can do one of those.
Okay. Anybody else like to be on visitation?
I can do
Tom?
visitation as well,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm just going to read what I have just to confirm. Policies, I have Pam, Heidi, and Lisa. Facilities, I have Tom, Dave, and Jim. Audit, I have Pam, Heidi, and Sean. And visitation, I have Lisa, Dave, and Tom. Could I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
And second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Next on the agenda is item 16, attorney for the Board of Education and School District Attorney Appointment, school year 22-23. Could I have a motion?
Move it.
Second?
Second it?
Any discussion?
I, actually, boy, I wish Jim were here. So, because I was trying to remember which. So I think given that we're missing 2 of our board members, we'd like to postpone this and move it to the next agenda on
table
July
it.
19th.
You could table it until the next.
Yeah, so table it to July 19th, please.
Could I have a motion for that, please?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed. Next is the approval of the district organizational chart. If I could have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Number 18, student representative to the Oswego City School District for the 22-23 school year. Whereas each school year, the Oswego City School District elects 1 student representative to serve a 1-year term on the Oswego City School District Board of Education. And whereas the student is to represent the Oswego City School District student population and play an active leadership role, whereas the Oswego City School District Board of Education accepts the student representative and expects active participation as a non-voting board member, and therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education endorses the selection of Maura Dempsey as the student representative according to the established guidelines. If I could have a motion.
Move it.
Second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. At this time, I do not have anyone signed up for the floor to the public. And next is Board of Education, items 1 and 2. That is the second and final reading of the policies brought to the board on June 7th. And for the employment agreement amendment for Jessica Papalardo as the Oswego City School District Treasurer. If I could have a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Next is the Superintendent's Report. Dr. Calvin?
Good morning, everybody. I just want to say hello and good morning again, and congratulations to our new Board of Education members. Looking forward to working with you all throughout this upcoming school year. Just a couple of things. Don't have a PowerPoint today, but want to say a couple of things. And first, want to share that we ended off the year on a very high note. Lots of great things happened with and for our students. And just want to thank our staff as a whole. we couldn't have made it through the busy year that we had without everybody. So just a great ending to the year, and we really just made it through. I'm very, very proud of our staff and our students for all their hard work and efforts. The only other thing I wanted to share is that we have now a person here that we're recommending for our assistant superintendency, and that is Miss Amanda Caldwell. Amanda comes to us highly recommended. She is currently the Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction for the Humanities at Liverpool Central School District. She's been in that role since 2019. She has been a former principal for Soley Road Middle School in Liverpool. Also, while working as a middle school principal, she helped to supervise 3 other schools, so there were 4 total that she was responsible for in the middle school world, basically. Was also principal, director of humanities, again at 7 through 12 for Liverpool High School as well. She served as assistant principal at Liverpool and secondary English language arts teacher as well. She has a background in communications, has an advanced study and educational administrative certificate from SUNY Oswego, so she knows this area well. Has a Master's of Science in Education from the State University of New York as well at Oswego, and a Bachelor's of Arts from SUNY Oswego. She's currently an educational doctorate student in executive leadership, has been admitted to the fall 22 cohort for Syracuse University, but just really comes with a lot of experience and really, I would say, did an awesome job during her interview, and so we would like to recommend her today. We're recommending her for the assistant superintendency, and we're just really excited to have her, and she's come today to say hello, and also has brought her husband, welcome as well, with her, but we just wanted to say welcome and congratulations. If we can give her a round of applause. And if you want to come up to the microphone to say just hello to us, that would be great.
Good morning. Is this on? Okay, good morning. I think I just want to start by saying thank you. Thank you to Dr. Kelvin and thank you to Dr. Glidden and the interview committee for really having faith and trust in me that I'm the right person to become your assistant superintendent. I'm honored and excited to take the position. I think there's a lot of good work to be done here. I'm very familiar with Dr. Karen Humphrey and Lisa Carter. Lisa Carter and I did our CIS work together. So I feel like I'm joining a really productive team, looking forward to growing professionally and the challenges of the job and hopefully moving the district forward for our staff and students.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And again, we welcome you to Oswego City School District.
Thank you.
So just wanted to say hi.
Thank you.
I did share with her that she didn't need to stay for the whole meeting. She has a number of other things, but she came up here this morning and has a number of other things going on today. But I just wanted to say welcome. And board, just so that you know, next week we are going to have an onboarding orientation with all of the new administrators on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we have our administrative retreat. So we'll all be getting together, doing some planning and working together and getting to know one another, and a lot of work on diversity, equity, and inclusivity, as well as our strategic plan. So we're looking to just bring the whole team together for the first time to see everybody in the same room. We're really excited about that work for next week. So thank you all. That's all I have for today. All set.
I can pick up for Karen while she's taking care of the paperwork. So the next item on our agenda is to approve the consent agenda, the minutes of the board meeting, of our last board meeting, and the special education report for July 1st. Is there a motion?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Back to you, Karen.
Next on the agenda is personnel with Peter Miles.
Good morning. 1 and 2 are recommendations for professional staff as proposed.
Items 1 and 2, if I could have a motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second it.
Any discussion?
I do just want to say, my child asked if we could say no to Abigail Schaefer's resignation, and I told her no. But so thank you to Ms. Schaefer. She, I think, really positively impacted students at the middle school this year.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Items 3 through 7 all deal with summer school on an as-needed basis as proposed.
Items 3 through 7, if I could have a motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Items 8 and 9 are support staff recommendations as proposed.
Items 8 through 8 and 9, if I could have a motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next is Finance with Nancy Squires.
Items 1 through 8 as presented.
Items 1 through 8, if I could have a motion, please.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next on the agenda is items from the board. Would any board members have any items today?
Well, Dr. Calvin actually took care of thanking everybody for their hard work this year. But I wasn't at the last meeting, the final one for the school year, so I just did want to wish all of our faculty, staff, graduates, parents, enjoy your summer. It's a break well needed, and come back refreshed in September, ready to go for an exciting, new, positive school year.
I have one item. I think the new board members may not have gotten this, but those of us who were on the board got invitations to the Leadership in Education event. And when most of us did our board training, we did it virtually. And I don't know if that option is happening this year, but NYSBA this year on August 18th and 19th, or no, 12th and 13th, are doing the new board member orientation, and then with parallel programming, they have veteran board member programming as well. So I know we're missing 2 board members today, but I would like for us to discuss that we go to this, and I think we may end up doing that over email, which is why I wanted to say it, in public here, because we have to register by July 21st, and our next meeting is July 19th, and I don't think we have enough time to figure that out. But I think at least especially the first day of programming looks really interesting.
Is that the one that's in Latham?
Yeah, at the, that Desmond Hotel that hosts every conference in Albany.
And you said it was August 12th and 13th?
Yes,
Friday, Saturday, I believe, right?
yeah,
It's Friday, Saturday.
For those who don't have it, maybe we'll make a copy for you and send it out to you by email.
yeah, I
Yeah,
can
that
forward
would
you the
help.
email too, like the website's probably easier than this thing that came in the mail, but,
Okay.
I think it would be a great opportunity because it'd be a great refresher if we could all go. I know that may not be possible, but even for existing board members, it's great to get that refresher and everybody be on the same page. So it's awesome.
If I could add something to that, if you do want to attend it, let me know, and I can register all of you, and then it'll go through the district.
oh, okay.
Okay? So if that'll help you. Okay. Any other items on the board? Next on the agenda is executive session. For the purpose of negotiations, for the purpose of to discuss collective negotiations pursuant to Article 14 in the employment history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. Could I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Will there be a meeting or vote after executive session? No. Okay, all in favor? Did I say that?
Yeah.
You may move to executive session. Thank you.
Thank you.